Yeah.
quand tu fais pas confiance au bar, j'ai été pendant longtemps.
Moi, je fais confiance à n'importe qui a de l'alcool.
J'étais très. I was. Anyways,
Oh, Lord,
so
that's a
we're
horrible
live, by the
thing.
way, guys.
Ah oui?
And we are.
I trust anyone with money.
So,
That's what you want to hear.
so I guess we're live, guys.
So the state of flow is the topic today. I
The
think it's
state
a
of
great
flow. Is that really
being
the
in
title?
the state of flow, or you would better understand
Today-
in the zone.
Because today you're not
Thank
in
you.
your zone.
No, zero. No, I
You
haven't
haven't
been
been
in
in your
zone
zone, though, I
for a
have to
few
say.
weeks.
Oh.
Now my wife's going to criticize me because I'm putting you on the
Stop
spot.
being.
No, but you haven't been in the zone for a while now.
Oh, wow.
What's a while though? 6 months or it's.
No,
No,
but you
the
s-
last time, because there was a moment.
Was he?
In the last month, maybe there was one moment where you were in the zone.
Yeah, the crown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
At the
true.
event.
No, no, you're right. You're right.
At the event,
you
he
took
was
charge. You
he-
were
like he flipped.
focused.
But ever since,
I flipped. I wasn't like that before.
ever since,
Yeah.
but we have to
I've
say,
given up.
no, you've been tired. You've been
But you've
I've
been.
I've been physically sick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you've been.
And
for a few
mentally.
Well, that's more than a few weeks. So.
Oh, we'll keep it to the physical. So, Mike, being in the zone, Jeff, the zone. What does it mean? How do you get into the zone? Do we need to be in the zone? Are brokers in the zone ever? So, how did this topic come about? Is that today Mike was in the zone,
Yes, he was.
and I think you were saying that you felt that I was in the
yes,
zone.
you're in the
Or
zone.
you saw a difference in my level of energy or my focus, or I
Yes,
don't know
I
what.
did. I did. But there's a reason there's a reason behind this. Because you seem more relaxed. There was something today. Today you seem
And
relaxed.
That's it for that.
No,
Yeah.
sure.
I am not more relaxed. I just decided to do a little experimentation this week.
Yeah.
And so we'll see what the results are. But Mike, tell me about being in the zone for you today. How did you? Why would you have been in the zone?
I think the zone happens when you have nothing else that you can actually think about. I had a couple of meetings that were back to back, so I didn't have enough time to get out of the motion. So it just kept me going.
Okay.
And,
Wait
Let
a
me
minute.
stop you just for a second.
I knew it.
Because this is exactly what I've been talking about for many weeks and months. You got to keep busy. I told my son yesterday, my 19-year-old son, because he's into music, and anyway, I'm not gonna go into the details of what
Yes.
the conversation was, but I said you got to keep busy. He says, "Oh, I feel better when I'm really busy, project after project. When it slows down and I got too much time, I start doubting, I start thinking, I start lacking confidence and." Getting, I said, I will be depressed as hell. That's why I don't want to win like $20 million or a
or even
million.
1 million.
I don't. I want to build it. I want to do it. I'm at my happiest when I'm busy. So there's a lot.
But when you win 20 million, you can make yourself very busy, right? You
That's
you
true,
buy into
but
businesses.
I don't want to
you
be given
do
nothing. I want to stay. This is more fun for me, the building part. Mike, I think
process.
Yeah.
The process.
that's what you were talking about.
Yeah.
And being in, you were busy back to back. You didn't have time to ponder.
You
and
didn't have time to
reflect.
ponder. And the same thing you were talking about sports in the French version. It's the same thing. When the game is slow paced, it's just like there's overthinking and all that. But when it's moving, you don't have time to. You start
Run
to
and
become.
gun.
It starts
Run
to
and
become
gun.
instinctive a lot more than overthinking.
So
Right.
have your calendar be full. Like I don't want to see white space. And whoever works with me that I get not good when I'm not busy.
I
And
know.
so today was a really busy day for me also.
It was.
So
It was.
that's good.
So
You-
be
you
careful.
You guys keep talking about the very known expression that says just love the journey, not the destination, or be in love with the process.
No,
not
I
the
want to
destination.
get to the destination, but
yeah, but that's not what makes you the most happy. It's the process.
well, I haven't reached the destination, Mr. Zikri, so
understand.
I can't say that I don't like it. But
Well, I don't think you'll ever reach a destination because you'll
You
have
will
no,
never
because you'll
reach.
always have you'll never feel like you reach a destination
no, I'm
because
going
you
to
always
set
have
myself other goals.
new
That's
goals
a
and
good
so
point.
on.
That's true.
For
That's true. And that's the same when I hear people say, "Oh, I can't wait for my retirement." I
Oh
mean,
my
maybe what
gosh.
they mean is that there's some other goal or other objective.
It's
once
the
they
pursuit
retire.
of happiness. It's very short lived. So when
That's
when you
depressing.
it's short lived. You reach
But-
happiness. It's for a moment.
But
It's like put it this way: buy yourself a new car,
yeah,
Yeah.
and you'll enjoy it for the first 3 months, and after that, just like, well,
3 months.
Well, I've
1
had
week.
mine for a year, and I pretty
No,
didn't
yeah,
like
but
much
yeah,
enjoy
but
it
you know
every
what?
day.
You,
I
you
mean,
don't you don't have the same feeling that
Oh,
you
I
had the
do.
first day
I
that you
do.
came in.
I do.
You're telling me you
You
don't
do?
have another
Why?
one in I?
A what?
There's nothing else that you would want to have.
No, not
So
right
every time that other one pulls over next to you,
now. No, I'm extremely happy with my vehicle.
even the Brabus.
Even the Brabus, I'm very happy, and that's so. No, I don't agree with you. Same for my wife. I'm happy. Why are you laughing? It's I'm happy.
I don't know
wanna-
how you compare that to a car, but okay.
No, I mean,
It's the
I've
feeling. It's the.
I've been
feeling.
with it for many years, and I still feel the same way, and even more actually. So no, it's not the newness for everything, but for something. So how do you get into the zone? Let's talk about that, Gabriel. What's the trick? If there's a trick, let's share.
Yeah, I'd say the tips to get into the zone for me are the same as the one to get into a deep work state, which is the actually the book that we were talking to in the French version. If you want to give more details about it, but to go into deep work is a must if you want to accomplish pretty much anything that's going to be worthwhile daily and throughout your goals, plans, projects. It's a must.
So I agree, but there's other ways
To get into the zone.
to get into the zone. The zone also has the component of being in the zone is also the fact of being confident into your whatever you're doing. Example earlier,
Yeah.
I mean I'm a very confident person, right?
Overly.
Overly, might, maybe a little bit.
That's a good thing.
I think it is. But what I mean is in the office, we're always on a go, and there's always an urgency, especially when we're here in the Westmount office. It's always a lot of people. We had the Hell Week, where we had almost 10 people and new brokers that were in the conference room. So it was good. It was fun. The energy was there, but you get distracted very easily. I step out of the office to take a meeting for at the coffee shop right in front, and in 1 second, for whatever reason, I got in the zone. I got out of the meaning of that meeting, and I was ready to conquer I was conquering the. I
But
wanted
there's
to conquer the
different
world.
types of being in the zone, though, because you could be in the busy environment with all the distractions, as we said with Gabriel
Yes.
at the project. When you got into that mode of you just took ownership and you like playing a game. You were in the zone at that event. So there's
Yes.
different levels that you could be in the zone creatively. You
Right.
could be in the zone for all kinds of different things. Mike, you were in the zone. You were distracted, or could have been very. I was waving at you a bunch of time and making signs. So, but you still were in a certain type of zone, which was everything was flowing.
And I think also when you're going through things, depending anything that can happen that's unexpected, you kind of deal with it without necessarily overthinking it because you got
Yeah.
no choice. You just got to react.
Maria, your wife, she comments. She says, "How about a new Rolls Royce?" When you earlier were
Yeah,
talking
well,
about
that would be my. But I wouldn't say that I would be more excited about it than the current vehicle I have.
Would
No.
you trade it?
No, I would get. I have it as an additional set of wheels, depending
In
on how
your
I felt.
collection.
Yes, yes. Well, thank
depending on
you.
the days.
Thank you, Maria, for sharing that.
So
with
we
everybody.
have Sylvie, our proud that she's one of our ambassador, I think,
Yeah.
of our show, saying how are you guys. So hi Sylvie, and we have Steve Tacker that says a lot of time I use music to get me in the zone.
Oh, that's a
you talked
great,
about
great.
it,
Yeah, I was
earlier.
saying earlier. Well, no, I said something slightly different, but
Yeah.
I do feel, and I say this to my wife, who just commented now. Sometimes to get out of my head or a bad energy or vibe,
Yeah.
I'll play some music. I said earlier I might put some white noise or something if I need to not be distracted at work. But let's say I get up and I feel like I'm tired. I don't feel it. I'm gonna pump some
Pavarotti.
music. No. To just get me going. You go to the gym, Gabriel. You know this. They say, and it's true. You put some good music on. You're gonna your performance at the gym or at the whatever you're doing
Yep.
is gonna.
Well, all sports guys do that too.
Oh,
anyways,
before
right after the game.
So you could use outside factors to get you into a certain state. I do agree with that.
I wouldn't be able to agree because I'm sophisticated, so I listen to books when I train. You know,
No, you
it's a
don't.
better use.
I've
of
heard
it.
your music.
we heard your
I've heard my
music.
music.
Oh,
Haven't heard
you're
nothing.
heavy.
What's
How would you be able to hear it? I'm at the gym at
You listen to
3:15 in the morning.
Eminem.
You're still snoring.
No,
Yeah,
he
Eminem,
listens
you
to
listen
like
to Eminem.
grudge
No, I'm not
music,
training. No, books.
electric music.
No, he listens to the
ABBA.
girl there.
the hum- like the old.
You don't know what ABBA is?
I don't know.
Avril
Oh,
Lavigne.
Oh yeah,
ABBA. He starts
but
screaming.
regarding music, I know
he
there was
likes the Lion song by Katy
Disney
Perry.
songs.
Oh, Katy Perry?
Encanto.
And Kent.
oh yeah, all
So
those.
what were you saying?
No, what I was gonna say is talking about music, I know I remember a couple of years ago I did a project with this organization that's all into classical music,
Yeah.
and they did a lot of research where you actually, and I forgot to mention it in French version, you get there's research saying you get into the zone when you listen to classical or
Ah,
very calm music because of
the vibrations or
vibration. Yeah.
yes. Well, actually, if you go on Spotify, you can find there's a radio. What's it called? Is it? No, no, not RPM. The vibration. You must know this. I'm putting you on the spot.
Well, you're talking about frequencies.
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 So
There
you
you go.
can. There's certain frequencies. See, I knew you knew. See,
Like
you didn't
frequency?
even know what you knew without.
He was in the zone.
But you can go for focus. There's certain vibrations
Yeah,
or
there you
what
go.
what you call it?
Frequencies.
Frequencies. There you go. You're
You
right.
got lower frequencies and higher ones, and if you mix them both, it could even kill you.
Okay, let's not go down
Okay,
that
so
road.
before we talk about before we get there, let's talk about our crown project. So yesterday we were live at the
Before
Crown
we
project.
die.
Before we die, let's talk about the crown. So her exclusive condo project in Hansik, exclusive to to my God, now I lost. Now I'm not in my zone anymore. Like exclusive to our members and brokers. So if ever you want any information how to become a broker or a member of the Mellow Group, reach out 514-443-6466 and enjoy the model home. Fellas,
So how do you go put yourself in? I think there's too many times where we're not just focused enough. We don't work long enough on the same thing without distraction.
I
So
agree.
to keep it simple, more than 20 minutes to get into the zone is kind of what the doctors, the scientists, the intellectual people say. So block more than 20 minutes to work on something. And who do you know, guys, that actually works more than 20 minutes on one problem?
I'll
Quick.
show you.
Who?
Who?
Who do you know? Name me someone that you know in our environment that works more than 20 minutes at solving one problem. Come on, come on.
Not much.
Well, in
Not
morning and nights.
You do?
Yeah.
Mike?
That's the only moment
Yeah,
where I
that's what
manage
You
to
do?
do it.
is, yeah.
So you're both saying you get into the zone then.
I do sometimes.
Okay. Okay. But I don't know too many brokers, and I want to know from you, whoever's watching,
You know,
share your
you know,
stories, share your
yeah.
experience with being in the zone. There's different kinds of in the zone, but
anytime I'm not in the same anytime I'm in an environment where there's not a lot of people, I always get a lot in the zone. So sometimes, I
but don't you get distracted with all the notifications and things? Do you make a point to silence all of that noise?
So like any type of emails, I do not look at my emails. I do not look at my
But you get the ping or
notification.
the vibration or the.
I don't. The only I don't. I get like two or three apps where I actually get notification.
So there you go. So you're not in control.
What do you say?
Look.
I mean, during the day, during what in
Anytime.
my zone, in my moment, I
you-
shut my phone on silent, and the only people that I get notification is you, my wife, Gabriel.
There's a new feature,
That's it.
and we talked about this. I don't know if you guys use this, but you can set the time of day, 3-4 days, where you get
Yep.
the notification. They accumulate, and then they
Oh, I
are
didn't know
given
about
to
this.
you
That's amazing.
at the times that you choose with whichever app you want. So I do this. I have it set for 4 specific times during the day. So I don't get the pings and the vibrations and all that other than those 4 times. You get it?
Oh,
you
that's pretty
can
cool.
you can exclude people or certain apps or but
People.
no, I think this is great. I think this is a great way to get into the zone or more
True.
focused on the work that you're doing. The problem with most of everybody right now, in my
Yes.
opinion, in the world, is that not enough people are working deep enough onto any of nothing that they do. That they be writing an email, texting,
You're right.
posting, creating, engaging, anything. It's all superficial because there's too many distractions.
You're 100%.
And do
right.
we know? I guess you guys maybe know this, but if you get distracted, no matter what it is, slight little wave, ping, a bird, it takes us 20 more minutes to get back at the same level.
That I agree 100%.
No, it's not. I'm not making it
Yeah,
up.
no,
It's
but I
not. I agree or I don't. It's
I agree.
it's science, baby.
So I want.
I could have still disagreed with the science.
Mike, do you agree that the Earth is round?
So I will say that I agree. I agree with the Earth. So
I agree.
Maria, your wife, says, when observing Andrew playing by himself, primal instinct of being in the zone is problem solving.
There you go. So Andrew,
So
who's
Andrew, your son?
16 months old, he gets into the zone.
Yeah.
More easily, I guess, is what we're
That's
saying,
right. We
because
have
he
another
doesn't have.
We have another comment from Sam on Instagram that says, most definitely, I study better. I think she was mentioned when we talked about music. I study better with classical music or chakra music. They know about chakra music.
Yeah, I'm gonna look that up.
And also, we have a question here for Etienne from Tu Lien that says, what do you do to get into the zone?
So my
You
trick,
personal.
yeah, I will again block notifications, distractions. I will close my door. I will put air pods with noise canceling, some white noise music of some sort, just to block it out. And then I'll make sure I spend enough time, more than 20 minutes, but no more than an hour and a half,
Oh,
and just start working, doing something about what I'm trying to solve to get into the zone. And it works 80% of the time, if not more. That's what I would say to do for certain types of being in the zone. The other thing I would suggest, and we talked about it a bit, is just book yourself crazy solid. Your days be full of activities,
Yes.
and you'll get into that zone, as Mike was describing earlier, right?
Yep, exactly.
Thank you for elaborating. Always a pleasure.
Yeah.
So, Gabriel, is
Well-
this something you talk about before we go
You
to
want to
next
know
one?
something? The
I
zone
do
was
wanna
so
know
real
something.
today that while he was doing his meeting, I walked outside across the street and I continued the meeting on the
Did you get
street.
hit by a car?
I continued the meeting on the street with him, with who he was having a meeting with. That's how I was in it. So
You were locked in. So that's
Locked
important
in.
that you keep yourself busy too.
That's true. Keep yourself busy. So, again, on the topic of music, I have here Thomas L. That asks, do you listen to different type of music depending on the zone you want to be in?
Of course, big time. So I'll go with some crazy stuff if I need to get pumped up with energy, if I'm tired. And actually,
Get
just
pumped
before we
up.
did the live, I went and like I was saying, I had to recharge because it was an intense day. So I went by myself. I put headphones on and I started listening to some music, some high energy stuff.
High energy. Where you were listening?
No, I'm not gonna say because I might
Okay. Offend?
confuse people.
Go ahead.
What? He's listening to what?
Ashley has a
just
question.
sick.
Go ahead,
My
Ashley.
question is, what is your opinion on once you're in the flow? What's the impact on your creativity and your impact that you do when you're doing your work?
Well, who wants to go for that one?
Well, I'm on my side. I know, and I guess you guys saw me, Julian. When I say you guys, Julian, Ashley, when I get into my creativity / marketing zone, in 1 second, I found solution. I figure it out. I create or find the on my pitch sometimes. You guys see it when I am in that moment.
Yeah.
I can sell.
I
or
think
create
artists
everything.
have a better understanding of when they get into or sports or
Yes.
I want to know. I know you don't have a mic, but do you feel that? Do you know and understand when you get into the zone, Danny? I'm sorry to put you on the spot like that. I'm sure you don't care. You're good. You enjoy this, but you've got a creative
Yeah, yeah,
mind.
yeah. I do actually. Well, what happens is that often enough when I'm editing, that's when I get into the zone because I'm often enough spending hours on doing something. So the more I get into it, the more meticulous I get on the details.
So do you turn off notifications? Do you go like do you have a
I
certain,
actually have a separate room where I close the lights and I isolate myself from
See?
everyone to do that.
That's right.
some musicians do that too. My son, who's a musician, that's what he does. You can't just, you get into it. Then sometimes you think you created something beautiful and great, and you realize, maybe not. But
Yeah.
well, that's part of the process. So great
That
great
is
question. I forget who it was, but thank you.
Thomas.
Thomas. See, right now Gabriel's in another kind of
Oh.
a zone. He's in a
He's zoning out.
in a trance. in a sleep deprived zone. But
But you know why I think not a lot of people are able to get
Gabriel,
into the
you
zone?
can't point. It's impolite.
I'm gonna point. That's just who I am. The attention span has been affected so much by all the apps that are the most popular now. I realize, and all the way to when we were talking about what our kids are looking at, which is what
Yeah.
Coco Melon. Next time you watch Coco Melon, right?
Yeah.
Think about how long they stay on one screen before they change the image. It's never more than a 1.5 second.
Well, you're
about
absolutely
that.
right. I
And it
was talk-
follows us to now. What's the most popular now? TikTok.
I know.
It's swipe, 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 swipe automatically every 5 seconds, 6 seconds. That's what the
And
spam
even
is.
that is
And then
too
they
long.
say we should focus for 20 minutes.
And by the way, I don't know. So I'm doing some tests. I've been doing tests for the last couple of weeks, and there's a new feature. I don't know if everybody has it. That Instagram is pushing you to swipe up on their reels. So Yeah.
No, but wait. Instead of doing what?
so when they see that you're on a reel for too long, they push you to
They show you an indication.
Well, YouTube
They
does
show
that
you-
with the shorts.
so they show you with
Ah.
so your image kind of moves by itself, and like just as a reflex you just continue
So
to move
it's
it.
getting hard to have conversations with people or to have group meetings or talks, because I had a conversation with one of our brokers today who has a team, and he says, look, it's kind of hard for the team to stay focused. Have you noticed what I started doing? So I was trying to help him with some advice, and I said, you got to name their names. And if you haven't noticed, I use extreme examples, or I'll say some provocative things
Yep.
to just keep people's attention, because if I just talk about the seriousness of certain things, the attention's gone. So if you name, that's why I say, hey Gabriel, what do you think? And I use names even on Zooms. If there's a group, I'm going to point out people and say, hey, thanks for paying attention, or I'm going to be sarcastic and say something funny, so that I know I'm keeping the attention of the group. So
That's
these
great.
skills have to be developed now. Yes, Ashley.
Just to add to that, another aspect is also the tonality when people are talking on Zooms or in person.
Yes.
If they have a monotone tone, like people tend to be distracted, but
course.
if you put emphasis in it, they will keep a better attention.
But what do you do if you have a baritone voice like Mike?
Get a coach.
How do you fluctuate? How do you make it higher?
You get a
Try to
coach.
talk higher, Mike.
You get a coach.
How?
Oh,
No,
Jesus.
not louder, higher. There you go. So you got to play with the bass and the. So good. Thank you.
That's very interesting.
Anything else, or we're?
Oh, see, we have someone that I didn't get the name yet, but that says you can play with pauses,
Pauses. That's
Yeah.
true.
which is good.
The rhythm. You have a tendency to go fast sometimes.
Me? Yes.
Shoot out words like quick
Yes.
sentences. And,
I'm like pow 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 pow.
but sometimes if you stop, people are like, oh, what's
I
happening?
go.
And they lift their eyes and they start looking to see, like, is he okay? Did he die?
I go.
Is
I
he-"
go very fast sometimes.
So,
So
all
I-
that to say,
all that to say that I guess we're in our zone.
that's right. So tomorrow we're going to be live from our Kirkland office.
Yes, Kirkland office tomorrow. Saturday, Westmount, and Sunday, Kirkland.
There we go.
Not bad, huh?
So we'll see.
Actually, tomorrow we also have a guest. So tune in tomorrow. It's we have a special guest. It'll be very interesting for real estate brokers or mortgage brokers or any entrepreneurs. Actually, it's gonna be very interesting.
well, let's
so,
say who it is. No?
we have a notary,
A famous notary, I should
famous
say. I should add.
notary. So
So time to
It'll be
ask your
amazing.
question. Plan your questions ahead of time. Anything that you want to ask a notary for free, it's on us.
that's right.
Take advantage. We'll see you all tomorrow.
So we'll see you all tomorrow. And again, we have our contest, $10,000 of Apple products. So just listen to the video how to participate and participate in now because 100th episode we're going to draw the winner. So it's time.
You want to win $10,000 worth of Apple products? It's simple. Stay tuned for the 100th episode of The Growth Show. For every like, share, comment, and subscription, you get an extra entry to our contest.